This morning, just got the power turned on, gave Luffy some food, playing with him a bit. And I kind of wanted to document the look he does of, hey, I want to go check out over there. Look at that casual walk off. You know, I'd usually let him run out and do whatever he wants. Oh, it's windy. Hope it's not on the mic too bad. But lately, we just need to keep him walked down a little bit. See, like that, even when he gets the ball, he starts looking over like, oh, where should I go? I should go over there. That's what's not normal. Hey, where are you going, dude? Come back, you're not going to the neighbors. See all those looks over there he keeps doing? Like, that's it. It does seem like when I smell a fire, I think someone started a fire over there. I think they might cook on firewood, like on like a wood burning stove or something. So I think when he smells the fire, I think that triggers like, what's going on over there? Is there food? Got him tied up just for right now, because as you can see, he was doing that look. Kind of want to try to chill this morning without having to watch him every second. So yeah, just wanted to show you all that. Is that little insistent? He's walking away. He'll drop his ball, it'll start rolling away, and he'll just be looking over there while it's rolling away. It's like, dude, go get your ball. Come on, man. Come on, man. Whoa. Oh, there's a squirrel. There's a squirrel in the tree. Oh, where did it go? We can't see it anymore. That was the most like exciting instant that'll never actually be seen by anyone. Oh, I forgot to bring treats. Oh, and my knife. We're treatless and knifeless. Huh? He's that way sometimes. Come on, dude. One of the things I got to talking to both Fendel and Seeding, how to actually release a cover of a song. Because like I know in theory you need mechanical licenses to release a song cover, because there's multiple different licenses. There's sync licenses, there's mechanical licenses, there's different royalties and songwriters and publishing, all that stuff. As a pro, take that. There's an organization. Apparently something called Harry Fox Agency, HFA, handles a lot of that as far as mechanical licenses to getting songs. So that lets you perform covers of them. And back in the day, you would use the agency itself, be anywhere from $50 to $100 from the research, and then anecdotally from what Fendel was telling me. And then nowadays, there's actually distribution services like DistroKid, but not the biggest fan of them, because some of the releases we've done with Team Hodel, like years later, you have all these fees accrued because you don't realize they're all yearly fees that add up. So, you know, not my favorite. But then another one I've learned about today called Landr, Landr, that you can have your song released, and then for $15, they will take care of the mechanical royalty side of things, which is pretty sweet, pretty handy. A little windy, so we're gonna test the windscreen here. Hopefully it's not too bad. But something else that very surprising in the modern age of 2025 is that Apple Music and Spotify, I believe it was, don't actually require you to have a mechanical license to release a cover nowadays, because they have their own deals secured. Oh, this feels like it's gonna be too windy. Interestingly, YouTube has nothing to do with mechanical license. YouTube is a sync license because you're synchronizing the audio to a video, because YouTube, no matter what, even if it's a blank screen, it's a video, right? It's an MP4 file. So that's its whole other thing. And generally, you can reach out to a label and get a sync license from the label. But also on YouTube, you don't really need to do that, because if it's a cover, they just give the monetization of that video to the song license holder. So, especially since our channel isn't monetized, ooh, stick, who's in the bush? Because our channel isn't monetized, it doesn't even make sense to try to reach out and get a sync license, because unless it's making money, they're not going to take anything. Just this whole, like, there's a surprising amount of moving parts involved in releasing a cover and all the things that go with it. Yeah. Damn, that's like gotta be a woodpecker's doing, right? That's crazy. Sorry, tree. Woodpecker undermining your legacy there. Something, honestly, not even worth mentioning almost at this point, but just for the sake of the storyline being complete, I feel like we should document it. Luffy took off again today. He was being great. He was chilling under the house. I was like, you know what? He's chilling. I'll know if he gets up to leave. He sneakily ran underneath behinds to get out, go to the neighbors. Once I realized, I walked over pretty quickly because, you know, either you let him stay there and enjoy his escape a little bit, or just try to lock it down and tell him, like, yo, this isn't an option. When I got over there, there was a nice lady, and she was like, oh yeah, when we were here, I was surprised he didn't come over earlier. And, like, you know, like, because she'd came over, you know, I guess a few days before, and he had just been there solidly for like a day, probably one of those days where he was just there 24 hours. Probably thought he just lived on the property or something. She's like, yeah, we missed him. He's been such a good boy. And it's like, so funny. I'm glad he's stoked over there. He's having his little vacation, his little doggy vacation, as Fendel was calling it. And I do think he left like around afternoon, right when I think they had a fire going on, was cooking. So I think there is some sort of attraction, some sort of link between those two, a correlation, if you will. What's up, dude? You a troublemaker? You been a bad boy? Yeah, he doesn't even care. I just got home and I can smell the wood fire cooking smells. So I'm sure that's, you know, I mean, it smells good to me, so I understand why he wants to go over there. Got him eating right now, got him tied up. We ain't about that life. But yeah, one of the things we did discuss with Fendel and Carson was those analog obsession those analog obsession plugins and VSTs. He's kind of loud in the background there, sorry. That we were looking up before. You know what, I'm gonna get a drink of water. If I let you off, will you chill in the garden with me and be good? Dude, are you willing to hang out here in the garden? It's actually really good. Hey, holy moly. Dude's been pulling this freaking rope around, trying to take it over here, take it over there. He walked back this way, knocked my cup off. I got like a sip left from this honey, water, lemon, little lemonade I made. Gotta savor the last couple sips we have. We are working on mixing, but more so mastering, actually, putting some effects on the master track of the Cumbia Butterfly track we're working on. And one of the ones I want to put on that is it's called TREQ, which is based off Trident equalizers from like the boards that they had. Gonna try putting that on and see if we can't just get from 100% to like 101%, you know, or 99% to 100%, you know, whatever. Just get that little incremental final mastering to just maybe make it pop a little more. That being said, though, Fendel did listen to it on some studio speakers, some different speakers, he said, and A-beat it with the original. Said he's like really, you know, digging the mix overall, sounding good. Cdeen was saying the same thing. We've been getting good feedback lately, so I'd be pretty okay releasing the song as is, but just want to see, you know, do our due diligence, see if we can't bring it together a little bit, tie the room together. Ooh, we got a lizard right here. Barely lower. All I'm using this EQ for is bringing down the high end down 0.3 of a dB, just a tiny bit to kind of tame, because the high end was a little harsh on this song actually, and that helped. So we got that going, and then also on our master channel we have, I put the tiniest amount, 0.2% reverb, just to kind of give it a little glue. And then also while I was noticing the high end, I think I had, or I don't know what, but somehow we lost on our vocals. We'd had some de-essing, and I don't know if we lost it or what, but I'm using now this plugin, this Neve. And these are all Analog Obsession plugins, by the way. And I'm just putting in a tiny bit of de-essing on it to take some of the harshness out of the vocals. Overall, not doing a ton, just little touches here and there. I touched up some snares, a little reverb on the drums, just trying to get the whole mix just coming together a little bit more. I actually just want to end this vlog with a little appreciation to all the people that I've been sending the mix to and have been given feedback, between the homie Aldo, who said, you know, maybe turn down the harshness in it a little, between Fendel just saying, hey, maybe check out trying this EQ, the one that he checked out from Analog Obsession when I told him about that. He did some like AI research, so that super helped out, figuring to pick that out from a whole, you know, jungle of different ones. And then right when I was exporting that, actually, I listened to a voice note that the homie B. Dwill sent over today, who actually met last year on the way up to TezCon, and then at TezCon was hanging out with, so great time. He sent some, just like, hey, maybe turn up the Weirdo, which is that ch-ch-ch. It's that thing behind me, you can see actually right there, the Weirdo. He's like, maybe turn up the ch-ch-ch-ch a little bit. It was a voice note, so he specifically said the ch-ch-ch-ch. But that instrument is a Weirdo, which is like G-U-I-R-O-E or something like that. It's crazy spelling. But he said, hey, why don't you turn that up a tiny bit, give it more of that cumbia feel. So I actually changed the EQ, brightened it up a little, and I feel like it just sits in the mix a little better. It feels a little more cumbia-y. I just feel like everyone gave great advice where, you know, once you're at a certain point in the mix, you kind of get lost in it and it's hard to get fresh ears or a fresh perspective on it, really. So having fresh ears jump on, being able to tag them in and even just say, hey, check that out. And everyone was like, I might be wrong, but just check it out, right? And you hear what you hear. So like, I might not have done crazy huge adjustments, but like there was definitely little, just that 1%, those little things to adjust, right? So just want to say that was kind of a long-winded spiel, but much love to everyone who's been given the feedback. Really, really appreciate it. And it's kind of like fun to have this communal approach to this mix. So much love. Hash over and out.
Thanks for watching my vlog. Watch another or subscribe here.